record out there somewhere stuck on the refrain that young people don't care about marriage anymore. And it says that the only ones who do because they want it redefined. And I'm here today to tell you, don't buy it. It's not true. To be sure, there are plenty of young folks who view marriage as antiquated or would rather have it redefined so it means whatever the participants want it to mean. But that's not the whole story. In fact, it barely scratches the surface of what young people, what's in their hearts today. Because here's the secret. Young men and women still want marriage, even if they may delay actually getting married, but they still want it because they know deep down how good it is. And being a generation characterized by no-fault divorce and all the pain, they know just how much moms and dads matter to their kids. We also understand that marriages can't flourish alone. They need a strong marriage culture in order to flourish. We've seen how our cultural surroundings matter when it comes to divorce, and they matter no less when it comes to understanding what marriage is in the first place. Because when we weaken our definition of marriage so that it means whatever we want it to, it winds up meaning nothing at all. But I have good news. A growing number of college students, many of them here today, recognize all this. They want marriage and its connection to children to be preserved. They know kids need their mom and their dad. And they recognize that the law and public policy have the power to influence our marriage culture for good or for bad. These brave students are willing to stand up for the truth and articulate it publicly on their campuses in the face of much opposition and adversity and great risk to their social lives and academic careers. One young woman by the name of Judy Romea led a group of her peers in hosting a conference about love, about marriage, and about the truth on her campus. And in spite of threats and being stripped of funds, they persisted, not only in standing up for marriage, but for standing up for their very freedom to speak about marriage at their own school. Another group of students at Princeton gracefully held an event asking really tough questions about what makes marriage marriage, in spite of protests organized both within and without the university. But people got to hear the truth about what marriage truly is. And countless other brave leaders have penned courageous articles in their campus papers, giving marriage a voice where it truly has none. These young leaders, perhaps more accurately termed young revolutionaries for marriage, are doggedly standing for the truth, even when their peers, their professors, and their administrators are doing everything in their power to stop them. Even when they tell them they're on the wrong side of history. But these young leaders know something their professors don't. History doesn't have sides. But the truth does have sides. So that's why everyone here today needs to follow the example of these brave young men and women. And when you go back home, give marriage a voice. Give the truth about marriage a voice in your own communities. Because when we succeed in preserving marriage for the next generation, they are ready and willing to take up the mantle.